So bear with me, but I'm going to make some rough but quick tutorials on using, this is going to be Visual Studios 10, and then I will add other clips for Expression Blend. I'm taking this on my phone, so it's not going to be the clearest, but one of the things is when you're working with WPF, so if you go to File, New Project, you have a couple of things to work with, and this is important. So WPF, you can do a couple of things. You can do Windows, you can do a WPF application. You can also do Silverlight. They are different, but Silverlight does use part of WPF. One of the things to note with Silverlight, if you're doing like a web application, do the navigation application, because otherwise what it really is a container. So if you notice over here, I have a website that I'm working with, and I've made this, it starts out as website, try, navigation page, test page, whatever. And that's what we're working with here. And you have the home tab and the about tab. And what they would actually do is they go in, and I believe it's in this main page XML right here, and it's going to pull some of these up here, about home.xaml, and it's going to pull them in as the page actually has, okay, so we're on the main page. The page actually has a container, and the web page is using an app inside of the web page. So it's these home.xaml, about.xaml are both actually applications that are going to be displayed. So you can see right here, URI mapping, and it's saying the views.home. That's what's pulling it in. You have a navigation frame, you have a border, you have a grid. So it's pulling this in, and it's actually running an application. So as you can see, I have right here, I have a button on top of an image, or actually it's an image on top of an image. And I'm going to show you eventually what I did in Expression Blend to alter that. But in Visual Studios, I don't know how much you know about it. Over here you have your properties. You can go down there and change different things. You also have a style. You can click right here, and it will. You can do resources. You should be okay. So they're only doing resources. But you have a lot of different properties. You also have an events tab that has, I have when the mouse enters right here, it does something. When the mouse leaves that, when I left click on that image, it does something. Over here you have a toolbox. And if you're not seeing everything, you can go up to window, or actually, is it going to be view? It's somewhere. But basically, that's usually the setup. This is going to be your solution up here. And you're actually going to just go through this. You have your views. Your views are going to be where your Silverlight stuff is, as well as you have your web content that's actually the true web page that's pulling into Silverlight. Next, I'm going to show you all of this pulled over in Expression Blend, and I can open up the .sln file in Expression Blend and work with that. So give me one sec. Well, actually, wait a sec. Let me show you what this does. I'm clicked up here. This was where the debug button is, or you can do, I think, F5. So now we have the website. You see the home, the about, but all of a sudden you see this. The home has this in there, and that's what was on the home.xaml file. And if you look real closely, you can see animation. And when I go to it, it stops, and it actually is showing me that it's an image popping out from the background. You can kind of see it if I go over it like this. But otherwise, if I'm not on it, it pulses using a storyboard. And it looks much better not on the phone. But it is still a very cool thing. And then I can click on it, which is interesting. And by the way, in Silverlight, you actually do not navigate using like link buttons, things like that, because it's actually only linking you. Here, I'm going to stop debugging. It's going to link you inside the actual WPF application. It doesn't link outside of it. So what I've done is, if I go to my views again, because that's where, in Silverlight, that's where it stores these. So you got my home.xaml. And then, actually I want my home.xaml.cs. You're going to see right here. I had to use a special thing and I forgot what I'm using up here. But it's one of these. It's like system.windows.browser or .navigation, one of these. But I'm using HTML page.windows.navigate, new URI, and then I have my outside web address. So it's not, you can't do a console.response as you can traditionally do in C#. And it's really funky, and you can't just navigate to a new URI with the link button as well. If you do www.jimmyjaneco.com, it says, well, where's that in your application? So it only is, I don't know how you would say that, but it's referencing internally instead of externally, and it will not let you do otherwise. Alright, I'm going to stop this video and take you to Expression Blend.